Hey guys, welcome back to IX Software Original, and today is another exciting edition of this King Master software we are building, and that is an Android and iOS application we want to build from scratch in using Flutter and Dart. Okay, so from our previous statistics we have, we've seen that most of our viewers, most of the people watching my videos have not subscribed to my channel. So please do well to subscribe to my channel. Before we get started, do well to subscribe to my channel. Click the subscribe button and click on the notification bell icon to get notified anytime I upload any exciting video. Okay, so on today's video we're going to tackle a lot. I did some experiment, and I saw that King Master has a lot of and it has some different types of UIs, and I came across this UI as well, and I know this is how it actually looks like on the other side of the phone, and most of the apps also looks somehow different, guys. Yes, so we're gonna build this type, and we're gonna start with a UI first. So we're gonna do we're gonna do the most of the screens today. Then we see the way forward how we can add functionalities to this particular project. All right, so without further ado, let's hop right into the lesson quickly. I'll just first of all, I'll just quit the app, then I just go back, and then I just log in again to see how the whole thing actually works. Now you can see that you know it has some very beautiful source of UI. It has a very nice loading screen, and it's very interesting, right? And it comes along with a monthly subscription, annual, or all these screens we're gonna build it, right? So that is how it actually gonna be. So let's just get started to what we want to do, and let's move forward, right? Perfect, excellent job done. All right, so now back to our project. Here we're going to build this folder structure, right? Folder structure doesn't matter whatever you want to do it, just start doing something. So first of all, I'm going to create a directory. I'm going to call this screens, and I'm going to create a new directory as well, and this directory is going to be called assets. No, let's say widgets, right? And I'm going to create a new screen, and that screen is going to called maybe components, right? And all right, so we're just going to create a new folder inside our main root directory. Let's call it assets, right? Now we're going to use images in this particular project, so I'm just going to go to my popspec.yml. Then I'll just go down here from the images section. I'm just gonna comment this, and I'll just work with the indentness of this, and I'll just set it to assets slash. Perfect. So just gonna save this and then click on popget. Excellent job done. So it is loading, and it is getting all the gets, so it is done. All right, so let's start with a UI and let's see how it actually works. And before I get started, I have a software here called JC Color Picker just right here, and that is actually going to help me to get all the colors of King Master on how they managed to do this whole thing. So I'm just gonna open up the project, and I'm just going to save this color, and I will save this top color here, and then the bottom color right here, right? And I think this is going to be the same color for the whole thing. I think that is going to be the whole body color for that. All right, perfect. Now we will be needing some custom fonts and custom icons and all that. So let's quickly go to Google, and let's just try to go to pop.dev, sorry. So we're just going to go to pop.dev, and from here we're just going to search for font awesome. So it is going to be one of the package we're going to add to this particular project. So just go to Flutter pop.dev, then you go to Flutter awesome font awesome Flutter, right? So just gonna copy this, and we're just gonna add it up to our dependency. So let's go back to our dependency, then let's see what we have here. So from the Cupertino icons, let's just paste this right here, save this, and then just pop get again, and that is actually going to do everything for you. So while this is working, let's go back to our main.dat, and we're just going to take all the comments out. And yeah, so this class is no more needed. We don't need that, so we're just going to take all these class out. And because we've taken all these class out, we just have to take this out as well. So yeah, all right guys, so here we have to create the pages. So I'm just going to go inside the screen, and I'm going to create a new dat file. I'm just going to call this home screen, or I'm just going to say main screen. And inside this main screen out here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a stateless widget for now. So let's make it stateful widget for now, and I'm going to call this main page. And of course we have to import the material package. So use import material Flutter material package, and we just have to return a scaffold for this particular project. So go back into the main. Let's use the main page, just like that. That is actually gonna fix everything. All right, save your project, and you will see automatically it's just gonna work just like that from here. Now with a debug check banner, you just have to turn it to false. So I'm just gonna say debug check banner false, just like that, and that is actually gonna remove the banner from there. Perfect. Now when you take a good look at this, it has some sort of very beautiful top navigation and all that. So let's go back to our main screen, and from our main screen here, I just want to see if I can do anything similar like this. Perfect. I think this is quite interesting. Let me just put this here, and let's just bring this guy somewhere here. Excellent. So I think I would love to screenshot this for now. Then I open the screenshot instead, so that I can really get the screenshot of this instead. So there you go, I have the screenshot right here, and I'm going to use the screenshot for now because my phone will be just turning off and on, and I really don't appreciate that. So now from here you can see that it has some sort of app bar. So we just have to go here and then just say app bar, and with the app bar here, just gonna use the app bar widget, just like that. And now when I save this project, you see an app bar right here. That is just a default app bar, just like that. And also from the components, I'm just gonna create a new dat file. I'm just gonna call this colors.dat, and I'm just gonna declare a const color that is gonna be base color as string. So I'm just gonna say string base color, which is equals to colors dot, maybe let's say black for now. Okay, let's see something here. So let's declare base color, which is a string, of course, so it is equals to let's say colors dot black, or okay, wait a minute, I'll be let's do it this way. I just want us to do the easiest way, but with the color section, we're gonna tackle that very soon. I don't want this thing to be like we actually don't know what we are doing. I want to make you understand some basic things, right? So what I'm gonna say actually from here, I just want us to build this, then we generate the colors and all that from this whole thing, right? So don't worry. So we're just gonna use actions for this particular project, and the actions are just actually going to be these guys, right? So with the actions, we're just gonna set it as an icon button, and icon buttons holds on press, and also it has widget of an icon. So we're just gonna say icon, then we specify the icons, maybe icons dot settings, something like this, and it is actually gonna work, right? So it is actually gonna work. So just like this, and you can see now we have the settings icon there, which of course it's not matching up the same thing. So what I'm actually going to do is just to use the font awesome icons I added. So I'll just say font awesome icons, just like this, then I say dot settings, right? Perfect. So now from here, okay, so I think, okay, so let's use the icons dot settings. All right, that makes it much more cool, right? Okay, so we have to, because of null safety, we have to add the const modifiers and all that. So now we have to just copy this icon 4 times, right? So we paste it 4 times and save that. Now this is going to be, this is how it's actually going to happen. So let's make this info and let's see. So there you go. So this is the first one, right? So from here I'm just going to say TV. So that is actually going to be like a TV screen or anything like that. So I really love to use this TV shape, right? Good. And this is going to be help. Yeah, of course. And this is actually going to be notification. That is notification. Yeah, so I'm just going to use these notifications here, just like that. Then I just save this and it's actually going to turn up to this, right guys? And after the app bar we have something called the leading, right? So the leading also can be either in this image or anything else, right? So what I'm actually going to do is just go back to my my browser, go to google.com, and what I'm actually going to do is, let's say crown, let's say gold crown png, something like that. And even you can use animated gif, right? So you can say animated gold crown or anything like that, and maybe you can get one of them which is quite animated, right? So let's go to the images and let's see if we can get something suitable to what we want to do. And I think this is actually not bad, right? Let's see if it is. Okay, so it is not animated, right? But we can refer to this from anywhere. So just gonna copy this image and let's go back to project here. I think we have some error here. That is the leading icon. So inside our assets folder, just paste it right in here, and there you go. So we have a nice image here, that is img image. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to copy the path, which is path from content root, right? Just going to copy that. Then I go to the screen here. So the leading is going to be image, right? Just an image, and inside this image is going to hold another widget, which is an asset image. So I'm just going to say asset image, and this asset image actually is gonna we just paste the image we copied from for the directory, the image directory we copied. We just have to, so let's add const modify. Let's add const here. So saving this project, you see the icon right here. Perfect. That makes it much more interesting. So looking at our image here, we have the same thing right here, guys. So now we have to set the back color, right? So we just have to say background color, because color, so we can either decide to use color dot from RGB, just from this side, something like this. So colors from RGB, then we just come to our JC color picker, and that is going to be the base color, just like this. And as you can see, So we have the RGB this type, and then we have this type, and you can choose within anything your heart desires, but I think mine is 20, 20, 21, 24, right? So just have to play along with it. 20, 21, 24. So just do this, then we add maybe 20, something like this. Let's save it and let's see the color we have here. So this is the color we have. So we just have to come back and make sure we have the colors well arranged, right? So now you can see that the R is the 20, the G is the 21, and then the B is the 24. So let's undo that. R is the 20, just like that. And now you can see that the G is the 21. So just come to the G, set it up to 21. And also the B is the 24, right? So the B here is going to be 24, right? And if the B is 24, we can set this to 100, of course. Let's see what happens here. Perfect. So now let's set it to 200. Quite brightening. Let's make it 300. Okay, so let's make it 250. All right, that looks much more perfect. So just have to set up, let's add a const, and also we just have to set the elevation to 0 as well. And you see, it's quite interesting right here. So let's go down here, and we're just gonna specify the body. So with the body, we're just gonna use, we can either use you see, most of the times whenever you add a project here, it actually, let's assume that when I add a new project, it's just going to create a space here for you, which of course you're going to add a lot of projects, right? So let's assume that we have a list of widgets right here, which of course I'm just going to use something like a widget, which of course we're going to build it in a form of yeah. So let's use a list view just like this, or let's use a single child scroll view. Let's use a single child scroll view. There you go. So from this single child scroll view, the child is going to be a column. For now, we are just building the UI, and we will be building the whole thing as well. So the children of this is going to be a container, and of course this container can be it can contain the size of the width, the height. So let's say the width is going to be media query, sorry, dot of context, and from this section you're just going to say dot size dot width. And also with the height, I'm just going to set it to 200. And because I want to see what I want to see, I'll just set a color to colors dot red, just like this. So there you go, I have this red color here. That means the height needs to be 150. That looks perfect. So from here, let's set it to 120 instead. Excellent. Now from here, I'm just going to wrap this up with a padding so that I can see the padding very well. There you go. Very, very interesting. I can go ahead and then make the padding 18 so I can see whatever I'm doing clearly. That looks much more perfect. But hey, from this background color here, we just have to copy this color. Then we come to the the scaffold color. Then we just say background color. Let's paste this color here, and that is actually going to reflect the whole thing. Now with this container here is actually going to be a widget, but we have to finish up with a the design first before we push forward to the next thing, right? So what we can actually do is just remove this color first, and we're just gonna set up a decoration, which is a box decoration. So inside this box decoration, that is where we specify the color. But from this section, we gonna specify. Okay, so let's specify the color. Let's set it colors dot red for now. And also let's set a border radius. You can see some rounded corner edges, very smart rounded edges. So what we're going to do actually from the rounded edges is just to add border radius, right? So we're just going to say border radius dot circular, and here we want to specify, so let's specify it to be 20, and let's see how it actually looks like. So you see we have a very curved very curved container, and that looks much more perfect. So with the colors, we just have to play along with the colors we have here, which of course is very interesting. So with the colors, we're just gonna use gradient, right? Then we're just gonna use linear gradient, and inside this linear gradient, we're just gonna specify the colors into list. Linear gradients comes along with a list of colors, right? So let's use the const here. Now with a list of the colors, I'm just going to copy this const here, just copy that, and I'm just going to come here, paste it out here, do the same thing again. Then we remove the const. So far as we have const here, it is just reflecting the two of them. Perfect. Now what we actually want to do is we just have to go here, and now let's select, this is the first color, and you can see the R is 256, and then the G is the 77, and then the B is the 61, right? So the 24 is the B, right? The 24 is the B. So that is, the B is gonna be the 61. So we're just gonna say here is gonna be 61, just like this, from the colors here. And then we have the 77, and the 77 is gonna be this one, and this is the 77. And also we have the other color, that is the 253, right? So that is this, so 253, and we actually get the color, that is the base color, and there you go, you see we have the color here. So this is actually going to be the same thing right here. So here is going to be the same thing, here is going to be 1 2 3 and 5 0. So here is going to be 5 0, and here is going to be 1 2 3, just like that, and we have a very beautiful color. Okay, let's take a good look at it first. So this color here, the B is going to be 50, so is the R is going to be 253 instead. So just have to set this to 253 instead. Perfect, and that makes it much more unique and very perfect. Excellent. So now from here, from this container right here, we just have to specify a child of the container, and this child of the container is going to be a column, just like this. Is case sensitive, so we just have to specify the children of the column, and the first one is going to be an icon, which of course I need an icon for this, and I'm just going to specify the icon, right? So I'm just going to say the icon is going to be icons dot add, and that is actually going to be something like I need this rounded add. Perfect, this is what I really need. Add circle, and I really love that. So as soon as I save this, you see it is right up there. So with the column, we have the main alignment, main axis alignment. So I'm just going to say main axis alignment dot center, and that is actually going to try to center the whole thing for me. And here I can just decide to set a color to colors dot white, just like this. And also I can just set the font size, that is going to be the size. I can set it up to 40 is going to be okay, right? So I think let's make it 45. Good. Now I think 45 is kind of cool. So from here, let's use the const. Good. Okay, so we have to add the const up Okay, let's remove the const and let's try to add up a text widget here, and this text is going to be new project, just like that. And here we're just gonna style it a little bit by using the text style, and with the text style we're just gonna set the font weight first. So the font weight is gonna be font weight dot bold. Perfect. And this is how it is actually gonna be. And let's set the font size. So we say font size. The font size is actually going to be 30.0 pixels. Let's see how it actually works. It's very big. So let's make it 20. That looks much more perfect. And that reminds me of, let's format this that code right there. Perfect. And let's try to add a const modifiers to this. Perfect. Okay, so from here we just have to set up the colors.white. Perfect. And that makes the job very, very neat and unique. All right, guys, so from here you can see we have it is a column, which of course it started with a column and it just came like that, right? So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to convert this into a container, right? I'm just going to put it into a container. So I'm just going to wrap the whole thing with a container right here. And with this container also, I'll just wrap this container with a widget, which is an expanded widget, just like this. And this container is just going to hold a flex of 1. And as you can see, there is no error. I think I have some sort of error here, but it's not a big deal error. So if we are using an expanded widget here, that means this single chart scroll view should never be a single chart scroll view, but it should rather be a column, just like this. And as you can see, column contains children, right? So with this expanded, let's just cut the expanded here. It's kind of it's gonna be like the same thing. So let's now add a children here, then let's paste this container right in there. So what we're actually going to do is no, we're just going to wrap this with a container. So with this we just have to add a flex of 1. Now let's try to add up a new container after this padding, right? So just have to add a container again, and with this container as well, we just have to wrap this container with a padding. Sorry, with an expanded widget, right? Perfect. And there you go. So now the error is gone. Perfect. So now we have the expanded widget. Now when I set the color of this to colors.red, you can see that it is divided into 2, and that is what I actually want to do. But you see, when I add another panel, when I add another container like the same thing right here, let's see what happens. Okay, so it just shifted everything down, which of course that is what I really want to get at the end of the day, right? So now once we have this, that means our container is quite working perfectly fine. So I'll just remove the color, which is the color property. I'll just remove the color here. I'll just have to remove the color, and also I'll just specify a child, and the child is going to be a center widget, right? And the child of the center widget is going to be a text, and this text is going to be tab, and then we add 2 parentheses and just gonna say new project, and we say button to create your first project. That looks perfect. So let's try to add a const here. Perfect. Oh, okay. All right, no problem. Let's first work on this first. So this is what we have here, and I will actually love to give it a style. So I'll just say the style of it is going to be a text style, and just going to set a color to colors dot white. Perfect. Then we set a font size to maybe 12. Let's see how it's going to look like. So 12 is very small. Let's make it 15. Let's make it 20. That looks perfect. I think 20 is kind of cool. So we can just use the text. Okay, so what we're gonna do actually from here is just to try to see what this has for us. And this text can contain text direction, it can contain local, soft wrap, you see, and then overflow, text scale, factor, max line, and all sort of things right here, right? So if we want to add text align, we can, I think we can do that. And let's try to see that one act. So let's see. Let's see with the text style here. Okay, hold control space bar to see a lot of things here. And you know, we are learning, so you have to take your time and go through everything from here for you to get a perfect decoration, any of them you want to use, right? So yeah, we can even try to, okay, let's fix this thing. Okay, so we can wrap this with align, and we're just gonna say alignment, say alignment dot center. Perfect. You know, I'm not much interested in, you know, this kind of things. I'm not much interested in, you know, branding the whole UI and all that. I'm not much interested in that. But don't worry, we will keep on working with that. So with this text widget, we just have to wrap this text widget up with a padding. And because we are wrapping it up with a padding of 18, I think I really love this. And I would like to set the font size to 18 for now. Okay, so let's set it up to 15. I think I really love 15 for now. So now, because we have this as our first page right here, we just have to go back to the main page. This is our main screen, right? So this is our main screen. We have the app bar, we have everything. So this is actually going to be the body, that is going to be the container right here. So just have to add up a bottom navigator, right? So after this, we're just going to say bottom navigator, just like this. Then you say bottom navigating bar, just like this. And you know, bottom navigation bar also comes along with you know, some required arguments, that is an item. So just have to, you know, give out an item, some examples of item you want to add. And from here you can see we have 4 items. So you're gonna say let's see what I just want to show you something here. Now with a bottom navigation bar, it contains on tab, I mean you know, it contains a lot of things. You can take your time to learn from this section, and that makes it very, 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 very interesting. Now we have something called the bottom navigation item, right? So that is what we're actually going to add to this. So just going to say bottom navigation item, just like this, and it requires an icon, right? So the icon is going to be something like what we have here, right? So I'm just going to say icon, and I'm just going to say icons.home for now. And at least you should have 3 of them for it to, you know, work, right? So I'm just going to try to format this. And also with the bottom navigation bar, it has some sort of label, right? So the label is going to be the text of it. So the label is just going to be a text. So I'm just going to say mix, just like how they have there, right? Perfect. Now I can just copy this bottom navigation bar item, just the item, and copy it 4 times right here. Then I just save the whole thing. Now you see I'll get a bottom navigation bar here, just a basic bottom navigation bar. Now from this bottom navigation bar as well, it has some sort of background color, and remember with the background color we already have a base color here, which of course later, sooner or later, we're just gonna work along with that. So I'm just gonna copy this base color, come down here, just here, then I'll just paste this right here, right? So there you go, we have this bottom navigation bar, comes along with a very interesting color. Alright, so now from here also we have the current index, that is the selected index, which of course we're gonna work on that. We have unselected font size, unselected item color, selected item color. So just gonna start with the selected item, selected icon color, sorry, that is selected item color. Yes, so with that I'm going to use colors.white, as you can see from this. So let's see, colors.white, that is actually going to work. So let's see with the bottom navigation bar, I think okay, so with the let's see something from here. So let's see, I just want us to go through very so say on selected icon, on selected color, so just gonna say colors dot gray. Yeah, and I really love this. Okay, so now with the labels also we can say label, that is the selected label style. We can use a text style here, and that is gonna we're just gonna specify the color. That's gonna be colors dot white, that is the selected color. Yeah, okay, so that looks very perfect and very good. So the one which is selected is gonna give you the color it actually want to give you, right? Okay, that is very perfect. Let's hot reload this and let's see how it actually looks like. So I'm just going to go to the run and hot reload this. All right, so there you go, that is how the whole thing looks like. Yes, so we can then assign the background color, back color to them, and I can just copy this color here, and I'll just copy this, come here, and then take background color, and I just paste this right here, and I remove the const because it's already here. I'll just copy this and then paste it several times in here, and that makes it much more interesting. I just have to save this, and there you go. So we have this right there. So now we have to work within within the icons, and also I'll just have to say that okay, I can simply tell the system that okay, what I actually want to do is just to fit this bottom navigation bar. So we have the current index here, the type here. I mean, it comes along with a lot of things, right? It comes along with a lot of things. So what we actually gonna do right here is we're just gonna go to the top here, right? We just have to go to the top here, and yeah, from here we just have to declare some state. We're just gonna say int underscore selected index equals 0, right? And this is actually going to be the selected index. That is going to be the selected index of the index we want to use, right? And also we have to, give a list of screen, right? So I'm just going to start with it. Oh, come on, my boy, my girl. All right then. So yeah, so from here we just have to, create a list, a static list of screens. So we're just going to start with a static, then we're just going to say, let's say list. And inside this list, actually we're gonna use widget, right? And all the name we're gonna give to this is we're just gonna call this screens, right? I'm just gonna call this screens, and this is gonna be equals to widgets as well. So I'm just gonna put it into widget, which is a list, of course. So inside here I'm just gonna add up the screens, right? So now I can go here, then I'll just create a new dot file, and I'm just gonna say mix screen dot dart, just like this. That is the first screen. And of course I'm just gonna create a stateless widget for now, and that is gonna be mix screen. And also I'll just have to import the package, that is the material package. Yes, so here I can return a scaffold, just like this. And I'll just save this. So I'll just have to copy everything here, then I'll just create another screen that is going to be the search. So I'm just going to say search screen dot dart, and I'm just going to paste this right here. I'm just going to say search, do the same thing for this. Perfect. Save this, and I'm just going to add two more screens. So I'm just going to add one screen that is going to be the create. So I'm just going to say create screen dot dart, right? So do the same thing and say create screen, then do the same thing for this. Perfect. Then we do the next one, that is the next screen. So that is gonna be me, right? So me screen dot dart, right? So just gonna paste this, then say me screen, just like this, right? So from here we have all these screens right here, and what I'm actually going to do is just return a center, that is the body is just going to be a center. So I'm just going to say body is just going to be a center widget, and the chart of the widget is just going to be a text, and this text is going to say, so this is a search page, so it's just going to say search page. So I'm just gonna, let's add a const to this. So I'm just gonna copy this whole scaffold widget, come to the center, let's paste this here, and then I'm just gonna say create page, and here is gonna be the me page, right? So we're just gonna say me page, and what else do we have? I think that this is the mix page, so just gonna add the mix page. So now I think this is the create page we are now. So this is gonna be the mix page. Perfect. Now this whole screen, it is being built inside our main screen, which of course we don't want that. So just go down here from the body here, we just have to cut all the body, that is the column up to here, just cut it, right? And just remove the body from here for now. Save this and you have nothing here, right? Perfect. That is what I'm really talking about. Now the create, that is the create screen, that is where we return the body, right? So with the body, that is the body here, just going to delete the the center widget, then we paste this container, this column are here. So okay, so we just have to remove the const. That is actually going to work perfectly fine. So this is what we have here. Now let's go to the main screen. How can we navigate through to see different types of screens out here? Basically it is very simple, but before we do that, after this app bar here, right, after this list right here, we just have to create let's say void. Let's create on tab on item selected, or on item tabbed, and this is gonna hold an int and an index, right? And now we just have to tell the system that okay, we have to set a state of this, and the state of this is going to be the selected index, which is going to be the index of the current it's just going to be the index of the current tab, right? So let's just cut this guy, and allow for us to bring this guy at the bottom here. Oh, come on. No. Oh, come on. So yeah. Oh, sorry. You just have to bring it up here. Oh, come on. Oh, just undo that. Okay. Let me cut it from here and bring it up here. Yes, this is where actually need it. Sorry guys. Okay, now we have to specify the screens. So first of all, I'm just going to say mix screen, just like this, and I'm just going to call from the mix screen search screen. Is it a search? I think I did a search, and also the create screen, just like this, and also last one, that is the me screen. Perfect. So we have these screens right here, and we have this current index selected to be 0, right? That means it is always going to select the default screen. But now when we come down here with the bottom navigation aspect, we have to tell the system that fine, now we have to select the current index. The current index is now going to be the selected index. We have the selected index, right? Perfect. Now we have to set the on tab as well. So with the on tab, we just have to call the on tab function we just created, just like this, right? That looks much more perfect. Now we can select within screens and it actually works perfectly fine. But now this is what we've done here. We've not added anybody here, right? So we just have to call up the body, and the body is going to be the list of the how do I say this, it's going to be the list of the screens we've added so far. So what is actually going to be is the body is going to be our screens, that is going to be our screens dot element at, and that element is going to be the selected index. So this is what we actually have to write, and actually when you just click on this, it's just going to re-navigate you. So there you go. You see we have a very beautiful pages right here, and I really love this. So this sign here, that is the create sign from the create page. This is the icon. So I'm just going to copy this icon, and I'll just go to the main screen, and this is actually going to be the create. So I'm just going to say create, and with the icon also, I'm just going to put this icon right here. That is this, just put this here. Perfect. So there you go. And this main is going to be, I'm just going to use, let's say, a person or anything like that. Just a person is kind of cool, or you can go through to choose any of them your heart desired, but I really love to use a person. And this home is going to be a search, and this guy, I don't know the name for this, but I'm just gonna say mix to see what I'll get. Okay, so I think I really love to use This guy is not actually bad, so I'm just going to use this guy. Yeah, so there you go. So I have all the screens here, but I just want to work within the create. So if I want automatically the index to be selected as the create, just have to go up here, and the selected index is now going to be 2 because it starts from 0, that is 0 1 2. So it's actually going to be 2. So whenever I just hard reload this particular system, is automatically going to be redirected to this page, right? That looks much more perfect. Now let's go to the create page, and now with the back color of our main screen, that is I love this back color. So with this background color, let's copy everything and let's go to the create page. With a scaffold, let's paste everything here. That looks much more perfect, right guys? This looks quite amazing, and I really love this. Alright then, my friends, so this is what we've done so far, and I am very excited to let you know that this system is quite awesome. Now how can we just extract this as a widget? It is one of the important things we have to know in this particular system. So let's do that, and let's end for today's edition, whereby we can just add a list of things, we can just add a list of projects, and it's gonna be there, right? It's just gonna be there. So how can we do this? Let's go to the so I'll just love to close every screen I have here except the create screen, which of course I'd love to use only the create screen for now. So that is the create screen, and from the create screen you see we have this expanded widget here. So I'll just select all the expanded widgets just to this padding, right? Or just let me use this, just this column, right, container right here. Just use this container here, as long as with the padding, right? So it's just expanding. Yeah, it's just the padding here. I'm just gonna try to extract this into widget, right? So what I'm actually gonna do is click on this, go down, and I'm just going to say extract as a widget. We have a different ways of doing that, and I think we can use this section as well. So you can just go to the inspector, and I think that is the outline anyway. No, it is the inspector. Just click on this, see from here. Okay, so we have this padding, and this is the up bar, this is bottom navigation bar, and I think let's manually do this. I don't really want to stress myself with this, so just cut this out, cut it out, and from here we can go to our widgets, new that file, and then I'll just say project widget dart, and here I'll just use a stateless widget, and this is going to be project widget, right? And also I'll just have to import the material package, so I'll just do that right away. Perfect. So now from here, instead of returning a container, we're just going to return the padding, just like that. Now let's try to save it out. You just have to take this out. Yeah, just try to save it out, and let's go to the center screen. You see there is nothing here, so instead of this child right here, we're just gonna return the create project page. That is the project widget. So we're just going to say project widget, just like this, and that is actually going to do the same thing. So now from here, when I just copy this project widget and I just paste it, it's just going to give me 4 types of project widget just right here. And that is what I was really talking about. But from here, we don't need this, right? So all we have to do is we just have to remove one from here. We just have to maintain one from here. And whenever we create a new project, we want to see the project name here, right? Just want to see the project name here, and also you want to see, you know, the type of project, so that when you click on that, it's just going to re-navigate you to get the project you want to do. All right, thank you very much guys for watching this very tutorial. It's a very long tutorial because I love expressing myself, and I love, you know, taking my time to do a lot of things. That is the reason why you can see the video is very long. Please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you won't be missing any upcoming episode on this particular video editing application we are building in Flutter. Until then, we meet again on our next video. Have a nice day, and Ikesoft Original is out. Thank you, and I'm out.